Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm posting yet another video for a Russian Zefir. Zefir is a type of soft confectionery made by whipping fruit and berry puree with sugar and egg whites with addition of some gelling agents like pectin or agar. This airy dessert became so popular in Russia that small bakeries have made it into a full-time business, and you can get different flavors using different fruit juices and different purees. And look how airy it is, and it is a guilt-free dessert. So let's get started. You will need a stand-up mixer to make Zefir, and these are the ingredients that go into it. So in our mixer, we're going to add 2 egg whites with a weight of 65 to 70 grams, 150 grams of granulated sugar. We're also going to need a pinch of citric acid. And why citric acid? Citric acid is used to stabilize the egg whites. For the sauce that's going to be cooked in a saucepan, we're going to need 200 grams of sugar, 10 grams, which is 1 tablespoon of agar. Agar is a vegan-friendly substitute in any recipe that calls for gelatin or pectin. 300 milliliters of fruit juice. I'm using black cherry juice, but pay attention. It has to say 100% juice with no sugar added. And because juice when cooked loses its natural color, I'm gonna add 2 drops of a red food coloring. This dessert doesn't get baked, but I'm gonna use the baking tray just for convenience, and I'm gonna lay it with a parchment paper, and I'm gonna use 24 inches piping bag, which is the largest one I found. And we're gonna use open star piping tip. This dessert is made simultaneously with some ingredients whipping and some ingredients cooking, so have everything ready. In a small saucepan, add your sugar and agar. We're gonna mix those together. Sugar will coat agar and it will prevent from agar to clump when it's cooked. Then we're gonna add our black cherry juice. We're gonna mix it together, and we're gonna bring this mixture to a boil. Just mix it occasionally, and as soon as it starts to boil, we're gonna boil it for exactly 8 minutes and run to our stand-up mixer. In a bowl of a stand-up mixer with a whisk attachment, add egg whites and citric acid. We're gonna start whipping it until it becomes foamy. At this stage, we're gonna gradually add sugar. The process of whipping the eggs until the stiff peaks should take you about 5-6 minutes. In the meantime, remember, we have our syrup cooking, so we're just gonna start adding our syrup in a very thin stream like this, because if you add it all at the same time, your eggs are gonna separate. So just keep adding the syrup until you add the whole amount, and have your eggs whip on a very high speed, because we need them to aerate and cool down a little bit. And this is what your Zefir dough should look like: cloudy, fluffy, marshmallowy thing. I feel like I'm gonna add a little bit of color because the Zefir dough is kind of pale. So I added 2 drops of red food coloring, and look at this. It is already looking so beautiful. We just need to pipe it very quickly, because this dough sets like within a minute. So we're just gonna transfer it into a large piping bag, and it's a 24-inch piping bag, and we're gonna pipe it out on a parchment paper. And this is the design I chose. This is the first time I'm doing this design. Usually these guys are made into little circles, but I've decided to be a little bit different, and I made some circles too. And within a couple minutes, they already set. We just need to dust our Zefir with a combination of powdered sugar and cornstarch. And the reason it's done, so that film that's created on top of the Zefir doesn't dry out, and our cookies inside also don't dry out, so they will stay marshmallowy. Just lightly dust it with this mixture, and it takes about 8 hours for the Zefir to set completely, but within maybe an hour or so, you can combine the two halves like that, because as you will see, on the bottom of each half is going to be still sticky, so you can paste these two halves together and let Zefir just lay on a parchment paper until next morning, and it's going to be completely set. But you know, you can eat it right away if you're impatient. So I made some little ones too, but see, this is what we have. It looked like we had a lot of Zefir, but when we pasted the halves together, we don't have that much, but still enough to enjoy this beautiful dessert. And next day, in the morning, we just need to dust that powdered sugar off and pretend you're just archaeologist or somebody, just using a brush and a very light hand. You just need to dust it off a little bit, because if you will apply a little bit of pressure, you will damage that pattern on the Zefir. And look at this, it is so tasty, marshmallowy, and very, very delicious. It's probably one of my favorite desserts of all the desserts. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.